Hi Jamie, and welcome to the Starving Artist Kitchen. This is my entry for the Jamie Oliver Uncle Ben Food Challenge, and I am so excited to have you in my humble abode today because I am making a delicious and sexy zuppa di mare over drunken rice. Summer is my favorite season because you have access to so many different fresh fruits and vegetables and of course seafood, and those are exactly the ingredients that I am taking advantage of in today's dish. I hit up my local farmer's market where I got all of my ingredients at a bargain, which is important because that is the basis of my show, teaching you how to eat local, healthy, and fresh without breaking the bank. For the zuppa di mare, which is a zesty tomato sauce with fresh seafood, I got 1 pound of fresh shrimp that has already been peeled and deveined. I got 1 pound of black mussels that I rinsed to get any of the extra sand out of there. And then I picked up 5 or 6 plump, juicy red tomatoes that will add a nice sweetness to the sauce. And then for the drunken rice, we have 2 cups of white rice. We'll add 1 cup of white wine, a little bit of extra virgin olive oil, and then at the end, I am throwing in 12 ounces of zesty provolone. The provolone will add a nice creaminess and contrast to the dish. Top that off with a little bit of fresh parsley. Gosh, and that dish cannot be beat. It will be the best zuppa di mare you ever put in your mouth. Talking about all this is making me pretty darn hungry. So first things first, we are going to begin by making the rice. So a lot of people think when you're cooking with wine that it's a good excuse to get rid of some of the leftover wine that you have lying around in the house. But that is not the case, because when you cook the wine with the rice is going to absorb all of the flavors of the wine, and you wouldn't want to eat something that you wouldn't normally enjoy drinking a glass or 2 of.
Start by heating up a large saucepan. Add 2 cups of water and 2 cups of your favorite white wine. Once the liquid comes up to a boil, add in the 2 cups of rice and stir. Now for the zuppa di mare. Begin by rough chopping your juicy tomatoes and being careful not to waste any of that wonderful juice. Chop up a healthy amount of fresh garlic, heat up a large saucepan and add enough extra virgin olive oil to cover the bottom about 1/2 inch. Once the oil is heated, add your garlic. When the garlic is nice and golden brown, toss in your tomatoes.
So it's important when you're cooking to layer your flavoring as you go along, and the way that you can do that is by seasoning each individual ingredient. In this case, we're going to add a couple of pinches of salt to our tomatoes.
At this point, the rice should have been cooking for about 7 minutes and the liquid should mostly be dissolved. Turn the heat to low and cover the rice. After another 10 minutes, give it a good fluff and begin to add the provolone cheese, about 12 ounces to make it super creamy. Now back to the zuppa di mare, which has been bubbling away.
So the key to cooking seafood is not to overcook it. You don't want it to be rubbery and you don't want it to lose all of its flavor and texture. So the tomato sauce has been simmering for quite a while and is cooked fully through. I'm going to turn off the heat and toss in my shrimp and mussels.
Add a nice handful of parsley to finish and serve yourself up a hearty helping.
Now if I had to rate this dish on looks alone, this would get an A+. But fortunately, I also get to taste it. Start with the rice. Creamy and cheesy, and the zestiness of the provolone adds a nice contrast to the sweetness of the tomato sauce. Delicious. Now we'll get a nice shrimp in there. That shrimp is cooked to perfection. Sweet and tender, and you can really taste all the flavors of the sea. This is the essence of summer in a bowl. Well, I really hope you enjoy my zuppa di mare recipe with drunken rice, and you pick me as your next YouTube star. Enjoy, Jamie!